fill out your frame as a tall guy? You've been wondering for so long, how do I fill out my frame? How do I do it without getting fat? That's what I'm gonna address in this video. As a gift, just for you showing up, not only will I break down step by step how to do this, at the end, I'll give you a free guide, free resource that shows you how to do this step by step. But before we get into all that, why should you listen to this random black guy on the internet with a zip up polo shirt? Well, I've actually been where you're at. I've been skinny fat, and I've been overweight. And I can attest that being all those body fats suck. So why are you skinny fat, or just skinny in the first place? Well, the answer is simple. Likely, whether you're any one of those body types, you probably don't have enough muscle to fill out your frame. And if you're fat, enough muscle to increase your metabolic rate, efficiently burn the body fat. Look at all three of these body types. All of them have one thing in common: not enough muscle mass. And that goes for every body type. So to fix the solution, it's not necessarily about going on a bulk, on just going on a cut. It depends where you're at. If you're skinny fat, the reason you're skinny fat is because you don't have enough muscle in your frame to actually look muscular. And you're not low enough body fat to even be skinny or lean. The problem is with being skinny fat is you don't have enough muscle to increase your metabolic rate so that you can easily cut that body fat down. So what is the solution to being skinny fat? First thing is to go on a cut. Step one, cut to your ideal body fat percentage. The problem skinny fat guys normally have is that they have a decent amount of fat on their body, and at the same time they don't have enough muscle. So what going on a cut first does is it gets you to a body fat percentage, your ideal body fat percentage, to where you can focus on building that muscle. If you're skinny fat, you don't want to bulk first because you'll end up well over your ideal body fat percentage, which isn't what you want, and it will make cutting a very arduous task. If you're fat, the first thing you should do, you guessed it, go on a cut. Either one of these two body fats, you want to go on a cut first. If you're fat, you go on a cut, you get to your ideal body fat percentage. That's the first step. And then if you're skinny, you go on a bulk. There's some nuance here. You don't want to just go on any type of dirty bulk. Lots of skinny guys make this mistake and they don't understand this. They go on a dirty bulk, and then what happens is they end up skinny fat. So they go on a bulk, a dirty bulk, and they end up skinny fat. Why is this? They bulked too fast. If you bulk too fast, you're not giving your body enough time to replenish and build that muscle, because your body has to create muscle mass. It doesn't just come out of thin air because you're eating food. Your body has to recover from that stress in the gym, and the nutrients have to repair the muscle over time to build enough muscle so that it is visually appealing. So when you go on a dirty bulk as a skinny guy, you will end up skinny fat because you didn't give your body enough time to build that muscle. So what's the solution? You go on a lean bulk. On a lean bulk, and the reason you go on a lean bulk is because you will gain muscle at a decent rate while keeping your body fat low, which will allow you to be in a growth phase for a longer period of time, leading to more muscle gain. And then if we look at the fat category, you go on a cut, you get to your ideal body fat percentage. What are you gonna do? You go on a lean bulk as well. And you're gonna do it slowly, but you have to be 250 calories over your maintenance calories. TDEE, basically an acronym for your total daily energy expenditure. Go 250 calories over that goal. I'm gonna go over all this stuff, how you figure this out. If we look at skinny fat, you cut to your ideal, it leads to the same step. You go on a lean bulk. I notice I'm not telling you to go on a dirty bulk or and crazy surplus, because long term that isn't the ideal. All of these paths lead to you going to going into a lean bulk phase, because we need to build the muscle mass on our frame to avoid getting into any of these categories again. Once we build that muscle mass, it is much easier to avoid all of this, because muscle mass increases your metabolic rate and helps you burn calories way easier and lose the fat way easier. Finally, fill out your sleeves. You'll finally look like you have a presence. You finally have the size to match your frame. Like, imagine that you walk into a room and people notice you. Your height isn't the only thing about you anymore. You finally have the height as well as the frame to match. And that is the goal of this course and these videos, to finally fill out your frame. But you're not gonna be fat, you're not gonna have those man boobs, and you're going to be chiseled, lean, have the muscle mass, have the presence. That's my goal, turning you from a skinny fat guy or a fat guy into a Goliath, a person with the muscle mass and the size, the height, and the aesthetics. You'll have it all. And being that tall guy, but you're actually muscular. People respect you way more. People look at you as an authority figure. Once you figure out the exact formula on how to get to this point, everything just becomes so much easier, and all you have to do is maintain. But here's the thing, all starts up here in the head. Because if you don't have the mentality, the right mentality to get to this point, right? Nothing else will work. You need to have image in your head that this is the person I want to be, or the person I am becoming. If you still have those limiting beliefs from the past, you won't get to your goal. Guess what? Because you're gonna let those hold you back, right? So that's what I'm gonna go over in these collection of videos in this course. I laid out steps here for you to understand whether you're skinny fat, whether you're skinny fat or skinny fat. But as a tall guy, there's some things that you need to understand when you're going on a lean bulk, because it is very different from what all these other short influencers who are under 6 foot tall will tell you. I said earlier in the video, I have a free resource for you. It's called the Tall Guy Aesthetics Guide. It is a guide that goes over more depth, all the stuff that you need to know to build an impressive physique on a tall frame. So I put that free resource in the description. Go over it, and I'll see you in the next video.